Suresh Raina right here in the studio. We also have Robin Uthappa. Because on the subject of fog, I want to ask the two of you. Okay, Robin, I'll go to you first and you can think in the meanwhile. What's the most bizarre reason that a game that you've played, whether at a junior level or a first class level or any level, that a game was interrupted or stopped at any time? Robin, can you remember?
Yeah, immediately I can. Sureshi, the strangest reason that a game has been stopped, in my experience, has been because there were snakes on the field, and we were playing a district level game, an under 16 district level game, and there were two big snakes on the field, and the sweeper cover fielder came running in. So that was the strangest reason for me.
Okay, snakes on the field. He's played a game, it was stopped. You can remember?
No, I played against Delhi in Palam.
Palam, I know
The
that.
guy came with the car. Ishan Sharma was bowling. I thought, who's this Formula One guy who just came into the ground? And everyone shocked. I thought Ishan was like angry. We were like playing so well, and suddenly like game stopped for almost 1 hour, and everyone was finding their driver why he just entered the field, and we were just laughing and thought ki anyone can come inside. But I think it's also happened so many times when the bees comes, you just need to lie down on the field. So I think this fog, I think, made a difference.
Yeah, it was a very strange reason why the game was stopped. We're running out of time, but I want to know, this was a debate amongst the fans in Dharamshala, debating who should have been the man of the match. Some people thought Virat Kohli, some thought Mohammad Shami. Officially, it's been given to Mohammad Shami. I don't know, if you ask me personally, I may have been tempted to give it to Virat because I thought India could have lost the game had it not been for him. But I'll ask the two of you, who would be the man of the match?
Definitely Mohammad Shami. I think the way he came back and he took like 5 wickets, after taking like 5 wickets all in Mohali also, I think he deserved it. The way he bowled. Now they have Bumrah, Siraj, Shami, Jadeja, Kuldeep, then Hardik Pandya will come. Our bowling lineup looked so lethal now. You have swing, seam, bounce, and now we have 3 best bowlers in the world who can bowl with the old ball also. I think Rohit has a gun captaincy. He's been doing really well. And when you have Shami, Siraj and Bumrah, you are like, you're going to win the World Cup.
Okay, those are big words. You're going to win the World Cup. Robin, who's your man of the match?
Mohammad Shami, without a doubt. As in the whole fact that you were chasing only 273 is all credit to Shami. So he set up the game for you. So for me, Shami, without a doubt.
Okay, Mohammad Shami, that's the question that I asked Robin earlier as well. Hardik Pandya likely to return next game. Who's sitting out for you?
Surya.
So just that one change, then you're going with 4 fast bowlers. So there's Shami,
Because
there's Siraj, there is Bumrah, and then there is Hardik.
Absolutely. Now we have like almost 1 week, and if you see the Lucknow wicket also has a bounce. You have 2 good spinner, and Rohit can use Hardik with new ball as well as with the old ball also. But Shami brings a lot of quality. He brings the wickets. He brings a lot of dot balls. He brings a lot of Yorkers. I think, have you seen, like one point of time, New Zealand was about to score 310, and Rohit has been doing the very good captaincy. He's changing the bowler around, and when you have Shami, Bumrah with a lot of variation, and Siraj, I think you can't ask for more. You just need to play Shami till the final. You're sorted.
Okay, you have to play. Though Robin made a very interesting point that you may have to rotate Shami going forward. He's not getting any younger, 35 years of age. So you may have to rotate him going forward. But next game, Robin also picked that, probably Siraj sits out in case you're looking at that change.
But Shami looked good.
Yeah, and Shami plays next game. Absolutely. That's what he picked. But I'm going to talk about 2 of the star Indian batters. One is Virat Kohli. I did speak briefly to Robin about it. I'm going to start with you on this, Suresh. To me, Virat is giving the 2016 vibes. When he was in form in 2016, we thought that was the highest he could have reached in his career. It would have been tough for anyone to replicate that. But now with the consistency that he's been showing, do you think he's reaching that or already reached that 2016 level?
I think he's been a very different zone right now, Nikhil, by the way he's batting and the way he's been handling the pressure. I think almost 13 games in ICC World Cup games. He scored very close to 1400, scored 100 against Pakistan in Adelaide, then scored 100 in 2011 against Bangladesh. Now he scored 100 against Bangladesh day before. And he's been prime form. He's been enjoying the batting. He's been taking a lot of responsibility, especially when you're not a captain. He's enjoying his batting. And the best thing he did today, he had a good partnership with Ravin Jadeja. He's also amongst with the runs now. And he needed that confidence from Virat. And they were like taking a lot of pressure on, and you know how to rotate the strike. And Jadeja amongst the run, not out means like whenever the situation comes, he can also play the big shot. And Virat Kohli is a very master on that. That's why we have call him the chase king Kohli, but I think he's been, every time we're in trouble, Virat Kohli comes and walk, let me do the job for you. I think he's been done that lot of times, but that's why every youngster should learn from him how to bat when team needs you. There's a lot of confidence, the calmness, the awareness of the situation. I think has been amazing.
Okay, Virat Kohli is absolutely right. When Virat Kohli walks out, everyone watching, you get the feeling, no, India's got the match in control. Final word to you, Robin, and this is on Rohit Sharma. He's also been that other batter who's been in outstanding form. You're liking this version of Rohit Sharma, where he's not looking at any personal records, he's not looking at personal milestone, he's just going after the bowling and actually, you know, passing on a statement with the style of batting that he's got.
Yeah, loving Rohit Sharma and his approach, not just as a batter, but even as a captain. His captaincy has been absolutely astute, has been on point. He's made changes, rotated the bowlers in such good fashion. He's been leading from the front with his batting, which is what has been exceptional to watch. I've maintained this, that he's found his second wind as a batter, and I think we're going to see the best of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and which is why I'm giving India the best chance to win this World Cup.
Okay, everyone is loving the version of Rohit Sharma. He's kind of reminding me of a Robin Uthappa.
No,
in
I love
IPL.
the pacing. He looks very nice now. Love his house, new house. He's been enjoying with his family. How are you, Rob? See you soon in India, bro.
Very good. Yes, brother. See you very soon.
We have to play with each other now, bro.
We do.
One final word, Rohit Sharma, you liking him?
I love his attitude, the way he's been batting. He just wanted to dominate the bowler. Look at today also against Matt Henry. Played very good shot, and he likes to play with a full straight bat. Yeah. And whatever score is, he just take his time. And the best thing I liked about Rohit today, he was stepping out. Yeah. And just when you play against the seam bowling, you're just disturbing the line and the swing. And that's why he was like top of the game. And unfortunately, he got out against Ferguson, but he's in prime form. He's been hitting the ball really well, 3,100. And enjoying his captaincy. The best thing about him is he's been saying every time in press conference, I'm not thinking too far ahead. I'm just enjoying this process because he wants to win the World Cup. I have seen that the day he missed out in 2011, and they should do it for Rahul Dravid also because he was the best player when it comes to white ball cricket, the red ball cricket. We have done it for Sachin. We have done it for Gary. Okay. We have done it for whole nation, but we should also do it for Rahul Dravid. I think he's a gun player. He took a lot of responsibility. He's been like our mentor, icon, and he's been like handling a lot of pressure. I think we should do it for the world.
Robin, plenty to talk to you about on this, victory that India has registered. For once, you could say that they've gotten that sort of a run to test themselves, because up until now, there were one-sided victories that India had. For the first time in this tournament, could you say that they were pushed?
I wouldn't necessarily say pushed. I think even in the Australia game, they had to work a little hard. So for me, this was an important game that India were going to have. And to kind of break that jinx versus New Zealand also in World Cups was important for India and to the confidence of India's campaign. But yes, they had to work for this victory, and which is nice. And you don't want to get too many easy victories along the way in a tournament like this. You want to be able to work for your victories and earn them. And New Zealand did make India earn this one.
New Zealand were fighting till the end. Robin, was the difference then at the 44th over mark? If I take a look at the scores of both teams, they were identical. But the last 6 overs for New Zealand, they ended up losing about 6 wickets, were all out. India, on the other hand, had the game in control. Do you think that was the difference between the two teams? Till 44th over, it was even Stevens.
Yes, absolutely. I think the fact that New Zealand didn't have someone like Jadeja to kind of hold one end up, or none of their batters were able to do that and support Daryl Mitchell in that phase. Daryl Mitchell got out in the 49th over, but you needed someone to stand in there with him as well and build that partnership. And you got to give credit to Shami there. And obviously, India bowled better in the death than New Zealand did. And chasing down a score, you had the chase master there, consistent as ever. You knew that he's going to absorb pressure, and he did that really well with Jadeja as well. He absorbed pressure as well. There were questions about Jadeja's batting, and will it come to the fore? And it did come to the fore in an important game against New Zealand.
After this win, Robin, is it fair to say that at the moment, India are the clear-cut favourites to win this World Cup? I know there's plenty of time, still plenty of games to play, but from the evidence of what we've seen so far in the tournament, this was the top of the table clash. Are India now clear-cut favourites?
Oh, absolutely. They have been favourites, but this puts them well above the rest at the moment. I think they'll qualify as the top team, and that semi-final hurdle is what concerns me about India. But I certainly think that they are favourites right now, well and truly over anyone else in this campaign.
Robin, a few things, and I'm going to pick up from what the fans were saying and their, sentiments at the moment. One, they definitely talk about Virat Kohli and, how they were so eager to watch that record-equaling 100. Today, the way he batted, he got out for 95, but you'd have to say he looked like, in the mood to get to that 100. So deserved 100, but wasn't quite to be.
Well, yeah, certainly deserved 100, but I don't think he's going to think about that so much as wanting to go over the line, and he'd be very happy to have be on the winning side. And I don't necessarily think that Virat thinks about the hundreds. Maybe towards the end, he felt like he was probably in with a chance once he got into the 90s, which is why he probably played that shot to probably try and get that with a six. But if you ask me personally, I think he'd be more concerned about, can we win this game for India? And he was able to do that. And I don't think the records matter till your career is kind of over, and then you look back at it. But I think while you're playing it, I don't think these guys think about it that much.
Robin, we spoke about how the Indian bowling, especially at the death, made all the difference. But also fair to say that had it not been for Virat Kohli, India would have struggled to win this game. When you lost KL Rahul, the match was precariously placed at that time. But till the time Virat is there, you have a chance of winning this game.
Yeah, absolutely. When Virat's there, as in for me, he is the greatest one-day player to have ever played the game. And for him to be there at that point in time, you knew that he was going to absorb the pressure. He just needed someone to hang around there with him, run well between the wickets with him. And he could have found no better partner after the dismissal of KL to have Jadeja with him there right till the end. And Jaddu absorbed the pressure as well. He tried to attack the left-arm spinners towards the end after the 40th over when the opportunity came. And I think he handled pressure exceptionally well. And Virat just needs someone like that with him, someone who can absorb pressure and just hang around with him till the end so that he can do his job. And he did his job exceptionally well today.
Robin, what do you do next match? Mohammad Shami picks up 5 wickets, also comes to the crease towards the end to give some sort of batting effort as well. What do you do next game when Hardik Pandya comes back? Who goes out?
Well, Siraj can be the one who will make way for I think Hardik in that sense, and then Shami stays on. But I think they will use them wisely. I think India will be focused on making sure that their fast bowlers are healthy for the back end of the tournament. Like I've always mentioned, I think they're very cognizant of that fact, and they will continue to remain cognizant of that fact. And now with the fact that Shami is also bowling well along with Siraj and Bumrah, they can afford to also rest Hardik in the not so important games, because now they have the cushion of winning 5 out of 5 games. So they're essentially well and truly qualified. So they have the cushion right now to kind of work out different permutations and combinations to make room for each one of these players. So it's they're in a sweet spot right now, I'd say.
The one thing that people might argue, Robin, on that is that going forward, how about play all the 3 fast bowlers? Because India have won 5 games and seldom have they required anyone to come out and bat at number 8. In fact, it hasn't happened till now. So if you really don't need the Indian batting to be batting till number 8 and the top order is doing the job, even today when they found themselves in a bit of a soup, is there then some merit in this thought that just go in with your 5 regular bowlers, play all the 3 fast bowlers and Hardik Pandya and just have batting till number 7?
Well, that could happen. And but if you can remember just a couple of months ago when they were doing the same thing and losing matches, it was all of us who were saying we need a number 8. So we gotta find the right balance. So, and India are trying to find that right balance. And today, like I said, they're in a sweet spot. So they can choose to do exactly what you're saying, honestly. But they can also choose to have a number 8 and just have that cushion, because in a crucial game, say the way South Africa are playing cricket right now. You don't expect them to surprise India, but they could come out there and surprise India in a semi-final. Because if they continue to play the way they're playing right now, they'll end up in the top three. And if they do end up in the top three, there's a high chance they play India in the semi-final. And in that game, you want to have an extra cushion. You want to have that little extra bit. Because if you don't have it, then you're going to be taken to the cleaners by all of us. If you do have it, then that cushion's always there. So which side will they err on? We'll have to wait and see.
Okay, it's a catch-22 situation, as Robin points out. You don't play a batter at number 8 or a bowling all-rounder at number 8, and then you say that, we might have required a batting option there. Sometimes you end up, playing a batter there, and then his chance doesn't even come in the batting order. So catch-22 situation, but I think the Indian team is trying to find that balance, and just going by the trend so far, they will stick to have a bowling all-rounder at number 8. At least that's the feeling that you get, that both Coach Rahul Dravid and Captain Rohit Sharma are comfortable with. Let's quickly show you the points table, how it's changed after this game. Of course, there's that one big change. India were number 2, they're now number 1, and not sharing the points with anyone. Undisputed leader at this point with 10 points out of 5 games. The only team, as I pointed out earlier, that hasn't lost a single game in the tournament so far. So 10 points out of the 5 games. New Zealand have now suffered their first loss. So now they are at 8 points. South Africa, Australia make up the top 4. So that's how the points table looks at the moment. India's net run rate has also, improved. They are now at 1.35 in the net run rate. So that's how the points table is looking at the moment. Just one question to you, Robin, on the points table, and I'm going to talk to you about New Zealand's perspective. They're looking very good. We were saying it's a top of the table clash. They are in the number 2 spots. But if you look at that remaining matches and the run that they're going to have now, they will have some tough games coming up. They've had a few easy games. The 2 tough games that they played in the 5, one against England, which they won, one against India, which they've lost. But they have to be playing South Africa. They have to be playing Australia. They have to be playing Pakistan in the remaining 4 games that I'm talking about. 3 of them are going to be tough. Do you see a scenario where they also might struggle, looking at their run from now, struggle to make the semi-finals, and then are not certain to be in the top 4?
Well, no, in my opinion, I don't think so. I think they'll continue to do well. I think they're a very, very, very sorted side. And if you look at even the way they played today, as in they played some high quality cricket, despite some of their main batters not getting runs, right? We didn't have Devin Conway get any runs today. And despite that, at the top of the order, you had Rachin and Daryl Mitchell. And then even the other, opening bat, Young didn't get too many runs as well. So, yeah. That those are the main scorers for them. And despite them not getting those runs, they still got a 273. Now, imagine they scored 30, 40 runs. That would have made a proper total, and then it would have been a neck and neck game. And this one was almost a neck and neck game, hadn't it been for Virat. In this situation, say if that Jadeja and Virat partnership hadn't happened, India would have been in deep trouble, and New Zealand would have continued to be on top. So there's a lot of positives for New Zealand to take away from this game. And I think they'll continue to be a dangerous side in this ICC World Cup.
They did look a dangerous side today, maybe a few moments here and there, and things could have been very different between India and New Zealand. But as Robin points out, yes, they have a tough run going forward. Out of the 4 games, 3 are going to be very tough because they're going to be playing 3 very competitive teams. But with what we've seen so far with New Zealand, they look like a team that could win majority of the games that remain from here on. India clearly looking like the best team, looking like the team that is going to finish on top of the points table.